Gather around, you scaly skeptics, and let's talk about the real reason it's a colossal pain to be a Komodo dragon. Forget the largest living lizard bragging rights, the venomous bite, and the whole apex predator mystique. Being a Komodo dragon, it's less Jurassic Park and more Jurassic parking lot of my life is full. First off, let's address the elephant, or rather, the water buffalo. Our breath, yeah, it's famous. Septic bite, they call it. Sounds impressive, right? More like septic tank in my mouth. Imagine waking up every morning with the lingering aroma of 3-day-old roadkill. That's our reality. We essentially carry our own personal biohazard disposal unit in our jaws. It's not exactly minty fresh-ish. And don't even get me started on dragon kisses. Romantic? Absolutely not. More like a biological weapon deployment. Then there's the whole apex predator thing. Sounds glamorous, doesn't it? King of the food chain, ruler of the roost, etc. Yeah, well, try being king when your kingdom is a few tiny Indonesian islands, and your subjects are mostly, well, everything. We eat pretty much anything. Deer, pigs, water buffalo, goats, snakes, other Komodo dragons. Don't judge, it's a competitive market. And the occasional tourist who wandered off the designated path. Just kidding, mostly. It's less gourmet dining and more, if it moves, I'll probably try to eat it. We're basically the garbage disposals of the animal kingdom, and the hunting. Don't be fooled by the documentaries. It's not all dramatic chases and epic takedowns. Mostly, it's a lot of lying in wait, looking like a big, scaly log, hoping something tasty wanders by. It's like being on a really boring stakeout, except instead of catching criminals, we're trying to catch dinner. And the worst part, we're slow. Like, really slow. We're ambush predators, not marathon runners. We're more ambush than predator, sometimes. It's like trying to catch a gazelle while wearing concrete boots. We rely on our venom to do the heavy lifting. Bite, wait for it to keel over, and then chow down. It's a surprisingly effective strategy, but it does require patience. A lot of patience. Speaking of our venom, it's not exactly instant death. It's more like a slow, agonizing decline. We basically give our prey a really, really bad case of blood poisoning. It's not exactly sporting, but hey, survival of the fittest, right? And it's not like they're going to invite us to their next barbecue anyway. And the social life. Don't even get me started. We're solitary creatures, except when we're not. We gather around carcasses, which is basically our version of a family reunion. Except instead of awkward small talk, we have awkward large bite taking. And there's always someone trying to steal your food. It's like a buffet from hell. And mating season. Forget about romance, but it's more like a wrestling match with a side of biting. It's not exactly what you'd call a Hallmark movie moment. And the babies, they're born knowing one thing. Run, because mom and dad might just eat them. It's a tough world out there. We're basically teaching them self-reliance from day one. Survival of the fittest, we tell them. Now, run for your little lizard lives. It's tough love, Komodo dragon style. And the reputation. Everyone thinks we're so fearsome and powerful. But the truth is, we're just trying to survive. We're dealing with bad breath, slow metabolisms, cannibalistic tendencies, and the constant threat of, well, everything. We're endangered, you know. Habitat loss, poaching, and the occasional overzealous tourist trying to get a selfie with a venomous lizard. It's not easy being a Komodo dragon. It's mostly just smelly. So, yeah, being a Komodo dragon. It's not all it's cracked up to be. It's a lot of lying around, a lot of eating when we can catch something, and a lot of dealing with, well, everything. But hey, at least we have the venom, even if it does make our breath smell like a sewer. And the size. We're definitely big. And well, we're big. So, if you'll excuse me, I think I smell a dead water buffalo. Gotta go. Dinner time. Just try not to get downwind. You've been warned.